Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. That line there. And I'm going to dig that one out of there. And I'm going to dig that out of there. You know what? To dig those out of there, I'm going to need a ladder. I'll do that using granite. I will dig the ladder up from here. I'll do that. It's going to allow a little bit more water to run down here. Like that ice right there. I'll dig that off as well. And hopefully that's going to let some of this water sort of run down through. This is what we'd like. This is what I would like. Ladder. Do another ladder. Yeah, let's put a ladder up through there, shall we? Right, yeah, that's not doing a priority 9 on that. That's good. I don't want a priority 9 on that one. And I'll dig that bit off up there. Okay, that's looking pretty good. I was saying that there was some dirt in here. I was wondering about that. Someone called Agamis Silver Comet. Anyway, they pointed out how that works. Essentially, what you have to start with is you would have had like a bit of ice or something on the wrong side of the abyssalite, and then that would have heated up. Slime, algae, if that gets above a certain temperature, it turns into dirt. I don't know if it happens just like on the... We got polluted dirt going in there. That comes from... Does that come from the puff prints? No. It does come from... It comes from the fish. But anyway, so you end up with dirt. You end up with dirt on the ground, and it's... Yeah, you kind of like work from there. So it's a little bit tricky to actually get in place. I'm sure that there are ways that we could make it happen, but I don't really know what those ways are. I don't really know how I would go about making that happen. The other thing that I want to do right here is I want to dig that out there. I want to dig all the way across here, because I want to take out all of this material in underneath. So we'll put that going. I've got regolith over here that is coming out. There's a shove vole right there that we're going to wrangle on a priority 9 like that. If they can catch him, they will bring him. We've got 5 shove voles in here. Now, shove voles, once they get past a certain... if they get past a certain age, they will die. And then you get all of the meat that's left from them. And if you get enough of them in a farm, you don't really need to worry about food for your base anymore, because you get so much food coming in from them. Like, there is ridiculous amounts of food that you can end up getting from shove voles. It is really, really good, apparently. This is what I've heard. So, whether or not that will happen, I don't know. We will just have to wait and see. Right in here, I've got... Temp shift plates right there. They're 150, and this is all 150 as well. I've got a load of steam coming out there and out there because it's been running through the rest. This one's not working right now because it's the turbine is just too hot, because I still haven't got the water going through. But this is now pretty much full all the time, and it's doing the same down in here. And if you look back... Oh... It's starting to fill up. It's not filled up enough, though. The germ content in here is very low. But the actual amount of water in this reservoir is still not enough. Like, we're draining water out at quite a rate here, but I think that's because we've got quite a few other little things that need to be filled up with water. So it's coming up there, it's traveling along this way, comes out, and it goes along here, and we got some that goes into there. We got quite a lot that goes into oxygen production, and then it goes on up here, and it sort of squeezes out into all of these bits up through here, and then eventually cycles back round, and some of it goes in there for more oxygen. So it's being used up and being converted into oxygen at a fair rate. We just need it to slow down the smallest amount. Actually, it doesn't need to slow down at all. It's starting to fill up. It is actually starting to back up on the pipes and fill up properly, he says, noticing that it's not actually filling up. Well, that could take a while, but all of the water that we got over here, I don't even know where all of this water is coming from. I've got more water that's sort of dribbling down this way. That one's dormant. So where's this water actually coming from? I've got water here. There is water being produced somewhere. Just dribbling from this. It could be that I've got some ice that's kind of like doing it. That's entirely possible. Right, I've got allergic reactions, buildings lacking resources. Building entombment. Oh, yeah, it's from the temp shift plates, but I've got orders there for digging them out, so they'll be up there to do that. I've got people on their way up to go and do things. We do have a slight problem here. See, these things here, like that robo miner is now 108 degrees. Despite the fact the insulated tile there is fairly cool. And that one is. This one's at 90. So you can see, when the meteorite strikes start happening, especially like that one there, that's no good at all. They went and built it, but because they didn't have the mesh tile over the top, that one's already broken and too hot and cooked. So I'm going to have to break that one already, deconstruct. That one's going to have to go. We'll have to wait until something else can happen for that one. There's more damage coming in. See? Slightly ridiculous, but they do clear each other off, and we do end up with, eventually, the robo-miners sorting everything out. It just takes a bit of time. I wonder if I ought to have them a little bit closer so that they can, like, unentomb each other. I've got a whole load of water right in here. That would be from the steam that's come out here because of building these new tiles. So a whole load of steam has all come out. So all of this water is going to be right down to the bottom of the base. There isn't actually any water down here. So there was a load of water in here. I've also got a big stack of Atmos suits. Why have I got so many suits right there? They can't go between these two bits. How have you gone and done that? You shouldn't be able to go in there and go round anywhere. Well, they're using those Atmos suits. So I got Atmos suits in here. That dock, I need to deliver a suit into each of these right here. I've got nobody in this area for a minute. How have they gone in there, picked up suits, and gone elsewhere? I've got ladders and stuff in here now. It shouldn't be physically... Oh! That's why. They're now able to go and loop all the way. I've opened up this loop. That's why. Right. We will put... Where are we going to put up? We'll put a block over here. We'll stop them on this side. We'll put mesh tile there and there, like that. It's made out of gold amalgam, that is. 2 blocks of mesh tile right in there, and that will put a stop to any Atmos suits being dumped where they shouldn't be dumped. Why have you got no power? Deliver suit. Why have we got no power? There's nowhere else that needs suits, is there? No, not in that one. Not in that one. Is there one more person out here? There shouldn't... Oh, no, no, that's fine. Whether I've got an additional suit kicking around somewhere that I shouldn't have, I don't really know. Water, this tank is nearly full, which means that we'll be able to move back onto that one. The water's just got to stay running now. We don't need to do anything else to it. It's running as it should, and we're just going to keep pouring water out of here. But, unfortunately, we are low on power. Despite the fact that I got those running, there isn't enough power coming in. I'm going to need to get some more solar panels up and running. Let's go and choose a blueprint here. I got salt. Well, let's have some nutrient bars. Print. Right there. All of our beds are being used. Wasn't I building another... Oh, no. I already put it in. I was wondering if I should have another round of beds put in here so that I've got another 5 duplicates. I think I've got the food for it. I can't be 100% certain, but I am fairly sure I've got the... Right, that one there is now overheated, so I need to deconstruct that one, and then I'll end up rebuilding it. It's basically the cycle that we work on. Deconstruct, and then rebuild. Those out of there. I've got... builds in here from mafic rock. I've got builds in here of stuff that we want to do. Gold amalgam being placed in. That's a repair. See, the insulated tile is brilliant. It takes a long time to heat that up. Okay, I got 2... I'm beginning to think maybe I should just have all the robo miners upside down. Let's not do that for a minute. Let's not get carried away. Shipping in here. Robo-miner. One there and one there like that. That should allow them to go through. I'm waiting gold amalgam there. A delivery. That'll be fine. And I'm not waiting on anything with them. And then you guys in here, you're doing great as well. Power is a little bit of an issue. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I want to put some more solar panels in. We want to start adding in additional solar panels. So I've got solar panel there. Now, I think you can just put them next to each other like this. But I think what you can also do is... I don't want to put them down on the ground because they get hot and then you can't cool them down. I think you can also, like, tuck them in under each other, like this. Now, I don't know how much overlap you can give them, so I'm going to give this one an overlap there. So I think, sort of, like, you can... Yeah, I don't know how it works with overlap, but it is possible to do an overlap on them and it not cause them any problems. Kind of like want to put it there. But then I'm not going to be able to reach it. Right, if I put that one in. So before I can put that one in, it's got to be there directly above that bit of copper. Before I put it in, I'm going to need to put in some wire, which is going to be heavy watt conductive wire. It's got to go right there. We will take copper at the moment because that's what we've got spare. And then I'll bring that wire back that way like that. And then I'll also take this wire out that way like that so that it can extend on a little bit further. After that's been built, then we'll stick in another solar panel. And I'll do something similar out this side. I've got builds and extra stuff there. But I got a lot of people like hanging around. They're not doing a lot. Almost finished building this. I've got the temp shift plate there awaiting 500 kilos of gold. Another one there. And then we've got a load of them down here. Still generator too hot. Not doing anything. It's not working. I've got water in there a little bit, but not lots. Loads of water down here that I just, at the moment, can't really do anything with. So I'm sort of thinking maybe I should try and get that water there. If I was to build... if I was to change this around a little bit, I could let that water flow down into here. Somehow, some way. And I'm pretty sure, like, if I was to do it like this, if I was to take mesh tile, because that allows liquid flow. So if I was to take that, using iron ore, because I've got some here in the base, and I was to put those two in there, and I was to dig that out there, and I was also go to base mesh tile and do one there like that. I could deliver some iron ore in, and we can put those in from that side. And then I'll also be able to do like a little bit out on the other side, maybe? Not quite sure yet. I'm thinking, actually, tile here. We'll just go for regular tile. And this I'll change over and I'll use granite because I've got plenty of it kicking around. And I'll go up there like that. I won't go any higher than that just yet, and I'll let that kind of build over. And here comes a load of water. That would be that bit up there that just got dug through. So all of that water is coming down there, and it's flowing down here. It's dropping down here. This is absolutely fantastic. And it's pouring down into here, which is going to keep this pool full of water. It's going to keep the pumps full at the same time. That is excellent news. That is fantastic. So that's going to start to take care of that. This in here, I'm hoping that the steam in here now, with that amount of water in there, I'm hoping that will be fine. Like, it'll eventually, it will start producing steam, and so some of this will boil off, but I'm hoping that the pressure in there won't be so high. You know, the pressure will be sufficient. It will stop all of the water from boiling off. That's kind of the plan here, is I don't want all of the water to be boiled off. I just want most of it boiled off. Whether or not that's going to work, I don't really know. Everything else, how are we running? The water is pouring. As we would like it to. That's good. So the water's doing great in here. These are just... yeah, that's coming along fine. I don't need to worry about it. I've now got water coming back into there, which is good. Nothing down here I really need to worry about. I've got some mushrooms growing in there, but generally I can just ignore it. I've got copper being built in here. Analysis complete on there. I get 8.7 kilos of copper for 52 seconds out of every 824. That's pretty good. That's a reasonable amount of copper piling up there. I don't really need to worry about it, though. I've got more water in here than I kind of know what to do with, so we can just leave that there. I've got an Atmos suit there that needs to be delivered. These have all been delivered. I don't think there's anything else. Yeah, and I've blocked that bit off there as well. Right. What next? Looking around here. I've got a puffed party going on in here with that puffed print. So I've got a little bit of hydrogen that's accumulating up there. But, I mean, what these puffed prints will go and do, and the puffed in there, is they produce slime, I think. Pretty sure they're the ones that produce the slime. Not sure. Well, anyway, I know that I kind of want them there, don't I? And we've got... so I've got supplies of dirt and stuff like that. I've got loads of stone hatches down here. There just seems to be masses and masses of these things accumulating in here. And I'm not quite sure why. Like, is it because the farms are producing them and then they're kicking them outside of the farms and releasing them? Because I'm looking around the edge of this farm. There doesn't seem to be anywhere that they can escape. 7 of 7 down through those. Like, if they're stone hatch, if they're made in there, are they then brought out and dropped outside? It doesn't make a lot of sense that that would happen unless I've got a drop-off somewhere outside in the main base that I shouldn't have. It's about the only thing that I can think of at the moment. But I know that I've got a whole load of them down here, and I need to do something with them. They can't climb... well, they can climb up the side of the walls. But, no, what I was thinking was I want to go here, attack, and get rid of those. Like that. Bring them down here, get rid of all of this meat, and then we've got plenty of it in here. There's meats, there's others there. Come on. Take them all. How many are there? They seem to be struggling with this a bit. Are these stone hatches, like, really, really, really difficult to take out or something? They do seem to be. Yeah, they seem to be. Like, they genuinely seem to struggle with that. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Yeah, I think another bedroom is in order. I think that's what we actually do want here. Like, I've got a lot of jobs still underway, but I don't seem to have quite enough people to do all of the things that I want done. So if I was to go and get another 5 dupes, I'm pretty sure we would be alright with then being able to keep everything running. There is sufficient water in here now. Now, this is a population of wild Pacus in here. I've switched off putting the algae in there for now, because I was told that they can use that up. And look how quickly these reservoirs are now filling up. This is fantastic. That is absolutely brilliant. That is really, really good news. Now, the other thing I want to do was I want to get this water from here, and I want it to travel over and drop down there. So that fire pole right there, we want to deconstruct. And that fire pole right there, I also want to deconstruct that. And then I want to dig out this, like this. I can dig out one more line and still reach it. I need to get a bit of ladder here, and I have to put that up like that so that I can reach everything up here. So I'll take that out as well. I will cancel that so they can stand on there, and then I will be able to dig out everything underneath here, except that I don't want to dig out. Yeah, I do want to dig those out, because I'll then put a bit of insulation around it. Right. That's what we'll do there. And I'm going to also cancel that bit. Wait for it to save. I'm going to put insulation along here, but I want to get that water. Well, no, actually the water. I want the water to just be able to go through completely anyway. So we will put insulation in here, and it's going to be igneous rock insulation. And I'm going to do that. Right. I'll put that right in there. So I've got these temp shift plates. They're putting the stuff in there, and they're getting these temp shift plates in there. You're going to get too hot if you're not careful. That thing's about to erupt. So I've got digging going on over this way. We've got that being put in. I want this water to come out. So this gas reservoir right here is actually going to end up being in the way. Now, where is all of this gas? Is that gas one still running? Oh, no. Right, that's gone dormant now. Next activity, another 75 cycles. So you can actually be switched off. Disable building. That one can be switched off. So there's no gas going to be running through there. If we have a look at the ventilation, see, I've got a minuscule amount of carbon dioxide running in through here. And that's what's going through all of this, which is... Yeah, I don't want carbon dioxide running in there. That's not how that's supposed to work. At all. Right, he's going to switch that one off, so that's going to empty out now. I'm going to want to go up here, and that tank there, I want to remove that one from this cycle. So I'm going to want to go into that ventilation right there. I want to take gas pipe, and I want to just join that in that way. Okay, that's weird the way that's cycling round there. And I want to deconstruct that building. Oops, no, like that. Right. Deconstruct that building, and then it shouldn't be going backwards at all. It should just keep flowing right the way through. And that means then I can build the bit that I want to build to come down in through here. So that I can deconstruct, and that I can deconstruct right there. I don't need to do any other changes on here. They'll do a little bit. They'll swap it round in a minute. The other bit that I can now do, now I got that ladder built, is dig that off of there. And I've got another bit over here that I'm going to want to build a ladder in order to be able to properly complete. I'll build 2 ladders there. I probably won't need 2 ladders on it, but I'll go and do it anyway. You're coming up round the top to reach that one. Yeah, that's probably a good idea, except I don't necessarily need that insulated tile right there. I don't think that's one I'm going to have to worry about. Right. Let's go and check up and outside. I'm still thinking about getting some more dupes in here. Like, all of this, look. I want this, like, taken care of. I'm just going to pause it a second. As soon as it's saved. There. That shove vol right there. Wrangle on a priority 9. And do the same with you down there. Like that. And then get more of these dupes in, more of the shove voles in there. Any that you can. I want to get all the shove voles in. And then this up here, look. I've got digging that I've asked them to go and do in here. These temp shift plates, I want to start removing these. This is not actually beneficial at all, so I'll remove that line there. And I'll remove that line there as well. That's not going to help us. We're not going to be able to do anything with it. I've got a bit of a lack of suits. I wonder if that's what's slowing down the stuff that we can do outside. This lack of suits here. Is that making any kind of a difference to it? Look at our ventilation. And I've got the oxygen coming up. It's taking a while, admittedly. Alright, it sort of has a crossroads effect there. I've got the oxygen is coming in, and it's now backing up on these suits down here. I got a suit there. I need to deliver a suit, and I got one there that needs to be delivered. I got 2 Atmo suits. Sweep that one. Sweep that one. They should pick them up and go and put them into these now. There, see? And they'll fill up with oxygen. Right. I got printables available. I think I ought to build another room, and then I can go and, like, have another bedroom. Build in some more desks for people to eat at. Generally, just make a little bit more space so that I can get another 5 dupes in here, and I think that's going to help overall with keeping the base going and getting all of these building projects going as well. These guys are in here busy taking apart these temp shift plates, which is good. We want them to do that. Can you reach that one up there? Yes, you can. Right. So they can reach them, and they can dismantle them, and they can keep working. So we'll also get them to dismantle all the rest of them. Pick that lot apart. And that lot there. And those out that way. Why is that one red? Well, unfortunately, that's all we've got time for a little while. We need to let the replicants rest. So if you've enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And I am just going to drag out this farewell just a tiny little bit, just so that there is enough space and time on the screen to put up a couple lots of you absolutely wonderful supporters of the channel. You should be seeing some of your names coming up now. So until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.